Hi, I'm Jim Sheehan for SacredHeartPioneers.com, and today I'm joined with the head coach of the women's tennis team, Mike Guastelle. And Coach, we're gonna it's a little bit of an early season check-in here. You guys started a couple weeks ago in the spring. You've lost your first three matches, but all pretty close matches. You led it off with a 4-3 loss to NJIT, and then you lost a couple at Army over this past weekend. If you could just talk about the early season, how do you feel? A few close losses. How do you feel so far?
It's been nice to have gotten a couple of those, probably in NJIT and Binghamton on Saturday night. We just haven't been able to close out a couple of close matches in singles. Doubles have been a struggle early in the year, but in the Binghamton match on Saturday, we won the doubles point. But we had opportunities at 4, 5, and 6 to close out first sets to get a nice lead. We didn't do it. We let those matches sort of get away from us. We lost 2 matches in a super tie break. So, when you put all that together, it could have been easily a 5-2 win for us instead it was a 5-2 loss. So, yeah, it's disappointing. But those are all very good teams. NJIT, have an opportunity to win the America East, and Army's won the Patriot League, I think, 10 years in a row. So it isn't like we're, losing to teams. I don't feel like, those are teams that are obviously high quality, and that's sort of my scheduling philosophy with the women's team right now is, we can compete now with those best teams in those leagues. Yeah,
you mentioned Binghamton. You won the doubles point for the first time this season. Do you think that you guys are playing better in doubles, or is it just a good day?
No, I thought we had a good week of practice. We really made a concerted effort to really take a look at what we're doing. We changed our teams around from what we had maybe done in the fall, and trying to get a little consistency out of it. Even on Friday's match against Army, even though we lost literally the same scores as we did the week before the NJIT, I just felt we were more competitive, and the way I always tell them, it looked like what I wanted to look like, where we were attacking and trying to put balls away at the net instead of being sort of a passive team. So, I felt like we made some pretty good progress in doubles last weekend.
Well, you mentioned these are all pretty good teams, and you have Siena on Sunday. This is all kind of non-conference before the conference, and you go away for spring break. You switch up things a little bit different because it's not the NEC yet. You need to get really ready for the conference. You kind of use these as a practice towards the NEC, or all the matches the same?
I think all the matches are the same. We're moving the lineup a little bit and trying to get a feel for, what's the best person to put in each position. So especially, even 1 through 6 right now, there's not a heck of a lot of difference between our 1 through 6 players, so it's trying to figure out who gives us the best shot at 2 singles or 3 singles. So we've been moving the lineup around a little bit, not a ton, but, just trying to get where people's comfort zones are and where I feel like, we have a 50-50 shot to win at every position and trying to get those people in the right spot.
Okay, so as I mentioned, Siena on Sunday. Do you expect the same close match as you let the previous 3?
Siena's much improved. They had a close match over the weekend with Albany, which showed to me Albany's a pretty good team as well. But, I think if we play to, if we can play a complete match 3 hours, instead of having sort of play a good hour and then we have a little bit of a setback in the middle and then try to come back late. If we can avoid that, I think we should win this match. It's, we played them last year. I think we won 5-2 or 6-1. They've done a really good job. The new coach there, Andy's done a nice job recruiting. He's getting better players. But I still think, if we do what we're supposed to do, I think we should come out on top.
All right, well, now we'll switch gears a little bit here. I know you guys have your annual SHU Tennis Luncheon on February 22nd. It's kind of your big fundraiser for the year. Can you just kind of talk about the event a little bit?
Sure. We've been doing this. This will be the 18th year. My first assistant coach, when we were looking at, a way to raise funds to go on spring break, he was like, "Yeah, have a breakfast." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Have a breakfast?" He's like, "Yeah," and the kids act as waiters and waitresses for the day, and we've sort of made it into sort of our senior day where we have the luncheon. We actually do it right next to at Fairchild Wheeler Golf Course, right next to Sacred Heart, and like I said, we've had it 18 years, so a lot of my alums come back for the event because they did the event, and it helps offset our costs for spring break. And we have a really tough spring break trip going this year. We're going to go to Hawaii for like 9 days, so we're going to play 3 matches out there. So the event it's always nice that we raise some funds towards the trip, but I like it because it's sort of our senior day and represent our seniors, and it's tradition. It's been part of the program since the beginning, and it's great to see all my the alums and my parents and friends of the program come back to support our kids.
Yeah, that sounds like a great event. And that involves the men's team as well?
Yeah, it involves both teams, and both teams are going to be going out to University of Hawaii to play out there from February 28th to March 9th.
That sounds like a pretty good trip. All right, well, again, kind of an early season check-in here on women's tennis. They continue the spring season on Sunday against Siena.